Good evening, everybody, from fabulous Louisville, Kentucky. This is the last stop on the Papa TV circuit and the Papa circuit that's going to all culminate next week. I'm John Repligo. I'm here with Brian Tessier, Keith Elwin, Brian Boyles, and Mark Steinman is running the booth tonight. We are watching the final hour of qualifying at the Louisville 2015 Arcade Expo Finals. So here we go. We're watching Zach Sharp on AC/DC. Hi, guys.
Hi, John.
What's going on, John?
None.
Hello.
So what is Zach doing here? Besides playing pinball.
Zach is trying to improve from currently in fourth place with a better score than his current on AC/DC.
He's trying to improve from fourth? Wow. That's dedication.
Or he has entries left over.
Yeah. But his prior high score on this is only 49 million, so looks like he's on pace to get past that pretty quickly here.
Yeah, this is a very fair playing AC/DC.
Haven't touched it all weekend.
There's still rubbers on the out lane. You can hit the shots. That's what it's all about.
There seems to be a little bit of trouble with the general illumination on the game. It seems to be flickering. I noticed that when I was playing it earlier.
Yeah, it's a tad bit annoying, but you kind of get used to it. Adam Lefkoff would hate it, but...
So Louisville was hit by a foot of snow this week, and a lot of players that might have made the journey and a lot of collectors with machines weren't able to make it because they got snowed out in Louisville. What's up with that?
I left Pittsburgh to get away from snow.
Hey, I came to visit it. I don't care.
Yeah, Keith, isn't it always sunny in California?
Yeah, we did get some rain though last week, so it's pretty depressing.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah.
sorry for you.
But, you know, we rebuilt. We move on.
All right, so knowing Zach, I'm guessing his first priority would have been to go for a multi-ball at any position.
And it does look like he is currently using Thunderstruck as his song.
Yeah, Zach loves that mode. I don't know why.
It's great for when you miss.
Well, will you use that mode at all, Keith, or no?
No, that's a horrible idea.
Well, tell us the truth here. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, it seems to work for him, so I'm not going to question it. But my plan is to never intentionally miss what I'm aiming for. So
I'm sure this will get mentioned a few times during the finals tomorrow, but this AC/DC has been modified in two rather significant ways from a typical premium AC/DC machine.
How's that, John?
First, there is 2 balls on the lower playfield, which is going to affect how the lower playfield plays. And secondly, the magnet on the bell has been disconnected. And Keith, what would that do for the machine?
well, if you plan on playing Hills Bells all day, that'll put a crimp in your strategy, because I believe it actually does nothing.
I was actually sort of thinking it did nothing as well.
Yeah, it does absolutely nothing. You just wasted VIP pass.
So I knew I hit that thing like 4 times and nothing happened for me. I was so sad.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deterrent for AC/DC or Hells Bells all day.
I actually still believe Hell's Bells isn't that bad of a mode because the points are good. But
No, yeah, I mean, I really agreed with you because, hey, you're going to shoot the bell anyway. You might as well, it's a high-scoring mode. Get that multiplier up. Where it burns you, though, is multi-ball.
Right. I mean, that's a big deal because you can't add a ball at all. It does nothing for you.
Yeah, it does nothing. So I'm kind of surprised it does that. I figured the software would compensate in some way.
And all the viewers and tournament players who are watching at home, remember tonight is daylight savings time.
That's right. Everyone loses an hour of sleep in North America tonight.
And tournament directors.
That counts as everyone. They count as people too.
That's so mean. So Brian, you're running the Atlanta pinball competition. Tell me tell me everything you can.
Oh, the Southern Fried Game Room Expo. There we go.
Sorry, I completely butchered that.
That's
but
no problem.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I'm running a tournament which we're calling Pinvasion for the Southern Fried Game Room Expo. It's June 19th to the 21st. Last year was our first show. We had a really great turnout and a great tournament. Really looking forward to running this thing again, and looking forward to having Papa and everybody come down again for this tournament.
Awesome. I wonder what number stop that is on the circuit. That's probably got to be the third, I guess, stop on the circuit. I'm not sure. So firepower. This game has been played hard all weekend.
This game has been playing extremely hard all weekend.
I wasn't thinking it was playing hard. I was just thinking it was played hard. The right flipper.
No, I think it was playing hard.
The right flipper just got very weak towards the end of the tournament here.
Forces you to adjust your strategy. Not too bad. I mean, normally when I play this game, it would be spinner all day. I would avoid multi-ball.
And on this one?
On this one, I was actually trying for multi-ball, trying for multipliers, trying for fire and power. Extra balls are turned on this one, so getting your multiplier to 5x is an extra ball.
Ooh.
That's right. And you can just keep doing that every ball.
A little bit of a pilot error there.
That was Jason.
Jason Werdrick.
Yeah, he's 13th right now. He's probably trying to get that by.
Yeah. So the finals format for tomorrow, I believe the top 24 players make the A division finals, and they're going to. The bottom 16 of those 24 will play a full round of Papa to get down to 8 of those players. And then the top 8 players will come in at that point and kick everybody's butt.
Sounds like a plan.
That's how it usually works.
Hey, wait. I don't like how this works.
Yeah, but you get a few warm-up games. You can't complain.
Very true.
Get to sleep in an extra little bit, too.
Hey, that's good. That's good incentive.
Yeah.
Make up for that hour.
So we have Brian Dye playing Funhouse.
This is a sweet playing Funhouse, by the way.
I agree. It played really good this week.
Keith, you put up a pretty monster score. How big was it?
78, I think.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I had a 7 million plus and a 5 million plus. So, like I said, pretty sweet playing Funhouse. So I'd like to thank whoever brought it.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Yeah, no problem at all.
I thank all the game volunteers.
How about it?
And
Thank-
our techs.
Yeah, I noticed things were repaired pretty fast every time a game was down. They had it back up in no time at all.
Except for Funhouse.
So that kick out's a little bit squirrely on the right. It looks like you have to do either fire it away or try to do a live catch when it pops out of the scoop.
Yeah, what I was doing was giving it a bump right when it was coming out and live catching. Yeah, if you try to catch it, it's going down the middle. Same with the high speed. It's the exact same. Hold the flipper up, it's just going to roll straight down the middle.
I found if you hold the flipper up, you can give it a little nudge right when it hits, and you can usually bounce it back down.
Yeah, it's great because it forces you to do something, not just hold the flipper
Oh, yeah.
up.
And that's what a good tournament game should do. It should force players to make a decision.
Yeah.
And even bad tournament games actually force players to adapt, which is a really cool thing in live pinball. We have a Whirlwind in this tournament bank, and the upper flipper on the Whirlwind, as the tournament has progressed,
Wow.
that was a big move.
That was amazing.
I can't believe he got away with that.
I'm not sure he believes he got away with that.
And the third ball locked.
Welcome to the land of make-believe. You're on ball 1. Good job.
Yeah, Brian's sitting at 18th right now.
18th. So he's in, but maybe not safe from the rigors of the final hour of qualifying.
I know I'm sitting at 23rd, John, and I'm going to sleep in a little tomorrow. I don't expect that to hold at all here in the last 45 minutes.
I certainly wouldn't feel confident at 23rd
I don't feel
right now.
confident at all. But you know what? I had a great time playing this weekend. Wouldn't change it.
I don't know where I'm at, and I really probably don't want to know where I'm at.
Do you want me to tell you where you're at?
Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah, I kind of want to know where John's
I'm
at
curious.
this point. as we watch Brian start his multi-ball. He has Frenzy going as well. I think that might have ended.
All right, so 3 balls on the right. Separates one out.
And gets it right back. Boy, is that frustrating.
And here's a shot at that.
Especially after you've given it a few nudges and it just ends up right back where you started.
Yeah, the Gottlieb system 3s to me are the worst. No matter what you do, you cannot separate them.
John,
that's why you don't hold the flipper up. That's exactly what it does.
Yep, that was my first ball on Funhouse.
That was everybody's first ball. Let's see what happens. Oh, I guess I should have watched the other guy.
And he gets it back in the hidden hallway, so he will have a 2-ball multi-ball now. And the object of the 2-ball multi-ball, you're trying to hit the, what would you call that, the inner orbit, I guess?
The
trapdoor.
The trapdoor.
Okay.
Which he gets a skill shot, and
nice
it's
live
close.
catch, but this kick out, I will say this kick out is really random. Like that. That one came down super fast. And other times it's slow trickle. So it really keeps you on your toes.
And he's juggling a little bit there.
He held the flipper up again.
Held the
Didn't
flipper
learn his
up.
lesson.
But he did collect the $1 million plus for $2 million, so
Let's see what he does with it this time. It's coming out of that same hole.
Yeah, lesson learned.
nice little bank shot off the hot dog.
That's a really wonderful shot on Funhouse.
I love that shot, John. And you can do it on almost any Funhouse.
It's a great game.
What's your favorite game in this tournament bank, Mr. Broyles?
That's a tough one. Probably power play. I wouldn't say it's my favorite game, but of the bank today, I did really good on that. I love Funhouse as well, but I just couldn't get a hold of it. I'm actually 6 points out right now from the top 24.
So power play.
Yeah, Bobby Orr's power play.
That's fun.
So I assume his primary goal is going to be to collect the mirror when it's lit, especially if it leads to a multi-ball. And the rest of the time he's probably going to be trying, I guess, I wonder if the focus is more about advancing the clock back towards midnight or if it's more about just trying to go for that super frenzy.
I sure wouldn't shoot for gangways.
Yeah. If I were him and I had the bumpers lit, I'd be gangwaying, but
To advance the clock quicker.
yeah. But
Even on this particular Funhouse?
yes, that's what I used my when I got my big score. I used my quick multi-ball to do exactly that.
Oh, okay. So you were, but I was going to say on this particular Funhouse, it seemed like the pops were extra drainy.
It was at first, but last night, not so much.
Okay.
Yeah, I did lose one down the center off the pops, Tron style.
Straight through, nothing but drain.
Nothing but drain. Oh.
And this Louisville show we have is actually sort of interesting because we've had a lot of European players and a lot of the top ranked players in the world travel in for it. I think we have the number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 player in the world right now playing.
Yeah. It's exciting, actually.
Yeah, I about turned around and went home about halfway here.
It'll be a Whopper bonanza.
There's nothing better than a good Whopper. I guess I'm hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
I guess you know where you can find us after this broadcast ends.
we'll be getting ourselves a hot dog.
So what's your favorite game here, John? To play.
High
What did
speed.
you have the most fun on here?
High speed.
High speed?
I just love the way this particular high speed plays. It's a joy to play.
I have to agree with
fast
John.
but fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine for no reason was Lethal Weapon. Just because the way it's set up, you can't just shoot the ramp over and over. You actually have to shoot the orbits. So
Well,
it made it pretty fun.
that was all purposeful, let me tell you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I got a hold of that one a little bit when I was playing it. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it plays really nice. It's just it's not a game you play in a tournament very often, and the way this one's set up, it's you're just basically looping shots.
So you would be using this time just to go for 11:30.
He's already at 11:30, so
Well, then I guess you wouldn't be using this time to go for it.
he
would
can
you?
do that, but it'd be a waste of time.
That's why you're a better player than I am, Case. You recognize things like that.
If only there was a clock somewhere, we knew what time it was.
Yeah. So left ramps, Rudy hits. Just take what it gives you. Deep breath. As
Deep
adrenaline's
breath and
flowing.
move on.
Yep.
Actually, this is turning out to be a pretty good game. 17 million is going to get
And
him some points.
because he's super frenzied on ball 2, he has all the mirror available here on ball 3 and could potentially get there again.
Yeah, that could be quite lucrative.
And a short plunge on the plunger to get frenzy.
Oh, interesting decision. Guess he's waiting for a stack.
Now he's got his locks ready, so
Here's one.
Wow, I think I would have taken the frenzy.
Yeah,
I would have shot it as well.
Ball 3.
Yeah, I mean,
You're on the bubble qualifying. You got to do it.
take what you can get.
Yep. Take what's on the table.
Oh, no, there is something to be said about go big or go home, though, so.
Yeah, but the problem is you don't want to go home.
That's a good point, John.
Let's see
don't-
if his strategy pays off.
You don't. A lot of people forget you don't need to be the top qualifier at a tournament. You just need a ticket to the dance.
That's right.
I mean, you might be, dancing to somebody else's tune, but gosh, I hate those analogies. Why did I just do that?
Like those commercials say, it's what John does.
And John, you're sitting at 14th, by the way.
14th. Okay. I have a ticket to the dance.
You do have a ticket to the dance.
Oh. Actually, looks like he's trying to start the multi-ball.
I think he's trying to get control right now. There he goes. Deep breath.
Lock shot. Boom.
There you go.
So now,
That's a perfectly fine decision.
Feed Rudy. Gets first free shot at it and second free shot and
Oh,
gets a
rolling.
beautiful bounce.
And just in case you're wondering, you actually cannot start the frenzy mode while you're in the multi-ball.
but he could have started that before, right?
He could have started it before and carried it in, but once again, it's a ball 3 decision. You want to get back at the 3 balls if you can, rather than just take a few points.
He could potentially get a lot more points from the multi-ball than he can from a frenzy, so.
Absolutely.
Oh, another one.
Well, it's not textbook, but it works.
This is what we call late night qualifying magic.
It's Saturday night. We didn't bring textbooks at all.
True.
Oh,
More hot dogs for Mr. Dye. I'm sorry, Dr. Dye.
This is a point where I definitely consider playing any feed out of that right scoop as an on-the-fly shot, just to emphasize
right into
the
the
time.
Jets during frenzy. And that clock stops every time it goes into one of those holes, right?
Yeah, it pauses. Now we can double stack frenzy. Reset the timer.
oh wow, what was that?
Yeah, he decided he didn't like Rudy instead. So.
Oh, there's that left orbit you're talking about.
Oh my goodness. And a miracle in lane too.
Oh, and a nice upper flipper shot. Carry him into the mirror.
I'm willing to say he's playing a good game, but I also believe that he's getting a couple bounces here.
Luck is on his side right now. And we all have been there. We've all had it bounce our way. Unbelievable. And every good bounce you think is going to be good just dies on you.
But we don't remember those games. I don't remember those games. I forget. I'm like, oh, nothing ever good happens to me.
Oh,
Stellar Wars, right. I'm still taking grief over that.
Yeah, it looks like he had the super frenzy ready again.
Oh, no applause. Tough crowd.
All right, so Brian just put up a monster. Where are we going to move to? Somebody make the call. What do we got out here? Just to run over the list of the tournament games, we have Wheel of Fortune, Lethal Weapon 3.
Lethal Weapon 3, that's my vote.
Lethal Weapon 3? Oh, yeah, you know what? It doesn't get much. It doesn't get much screen time, does it?
It does not.
Chris Compton is playing Lethal Weapon 3.
Lethal Glare.
Well, if we can't kill him with the weapons.
Watch this number 1 kick out.
Yep.
Right down the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to earn that number 1 kick out.
I was just timing a quick slap every time it comes out with the left flipper and just tipping it over.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nerve-wracking every time it went in there.
Yeah.
Like the first jackpot, I wasn't even doubling. I was just moving away from it.
Oh, my goodness.
He was shooting the gun and not flipping.
Oh, the big cheese
I'm
is
so
going to hate
sorry,
that.
Chris. Yeah, Chris is looking over that. We just caught that on camera, Chris.
Hands on the wheel at all times.
That's an amazing feature, if you ask me. If the game is daring you, all right, take your hand off the flipper.
So what's the? I guess let's run over what the prevailing strategies are on Lethal Weapon 3 for a tournament situation.
Honestly, John, I shot the orbits all day.
Orbits all day.
Orbits
Okay.
all day, multi-balls.
I flailed into enough targets,
Yeah.
and I got a Leo choice also for multi-ball ready. So I had 2 multi-balls on my first ball just through decent play.
Now, are those? So Leo is when you hit the scoop on the right that's labeled 3. So what determines the what choices are available from either the what Leo wants or the Super Leo?
Well, the normal Leo is just a random award, where the Super Leo, which I believe is the 3rd Uzi award, it gives you a choice. So the
Is
Super
there-
Leo, most of the times they just give you a choice between 20 million or some other, equally.
Start some kind of mode.
And what about are the Super Leo awards all going to be random as well?
That I do not know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
I
not sure on that
definitely never
either.
got a multi-ball option. I got mostly Bank Heist or Super Pops, which both are roughly about 15 million.
I often see a choice in Super Leo of like fight mode, which is worth 5 million, and like 20 million.
If you
It's
can
like,
hit the buttons fast enough. That fight mode's
it's like
really hard
wow,
to
I
complete.
can get in a fight and lose points.
I'm halfway beat up before I start hitting
It's almost like a trivia. It's like, which is worth more? You are correct.
Bank Heist is worth I think
Oh, wow.
25 to start.
Yeah, 15, 20, 25.
At 15, 20, 25.
Then there's the looping mode, which is also an Uzi award. The way this one's set up, you're pretty tough to get more than 4 or 5 in a row. So
Mhm.
So you can see our broadcast booth. It's right next to where Doug Polka is taking scores at the moment. And that's Jason eating some food. He might play some
Powering
pinball
up.
too. Now the great thing about Lethal Weapon is you get to choose your music in the beginning.
He chooses properly.
AC/DC completely stole this off of Lethal Weapon 3.
I think he, and
Actually,
Frankenstein also had a choice as well.
checkpoint.
Checkpoint had a
Soul
choice as well.
jabs.
Gosh, these are some wonderful machines.
I honestly forgot Checkpoint existed.
So it looked like Jason was going for the 3 slot. And now he's going to grab the gun, and
With the ball on the flipper.
Nice.
I wonder actually who you're blowing away with the Uzi. Is it Mel Gibson going
Bad
on
guy.
a shooting rampage?
I believe that's a common theme in the Lethal Weapon movies.
And it looks like Jason's playing for the looping strategy.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, like most 80s games, if you don't have multi-ball ready by ball 3, it gives it to you. So why not?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, boy. Oh, my.
Oh.
I actually think that was another example, not quite as blatant as the Chris Compton mess up, where he had his hand away from the machine, and he probably could have put a nudge on that and saved it before it got to that point.
A slap on the side or something to kind of.
Something else.
There's the ball saved from the skill shot.
Now that 2-shot's very tough on this one.
It's not too bad from a cradle, but when it's got some momentum,
Yeah,
wow,
there
that's
it goes.
difficult. So, okay, what's the rules for multi-ball here?
Multi-ball is jackpot starts lit. There's a doubler lit on either the 1, 2, or 3 shot, which will double the jackpot for 9 seconds. And then you have to hit the ramp to collect. After that, you have to shoot 1, 2, or 3. One of those will be lit to relight the jackpot.
Oh, look at that. He has his super spinner running, though, with the multi-ball going as well. That could be potentially monstrous or disastrous.
I don't think he knows.
I think he's more concentrated on getting a good cradle and focusing on those jackpots. Because I think it starts 20 million, 30 million, 40 million. So.
Okay, so he has a shot at a restart.
Oh,
Nice.
what a
slide.
drop catch.
No drop catch, sorry.
Does he try to backhand or
Uh-huh.
post pass?
I don't think that's backhandable.
Mark would disagree with you.
I did it once.
This
too.
happens a lot. Mark disagrees with me quite often.
Oh, he's not going to make it in time.
Yeah, now he's in jail.
Well, I guess you just go back to looping at this point, right?
I'm sorry, distracted by Luigi here.
So, one of the great things about the Louisville Arcade Festival is people walk around dressed in costumes of their favorite characters.
It's one of my favorite parts of this show, actually.
And we might actually have to watch Luigi play some pinball in a little
Yeah.
bit here.
I've been living for this day.
I wonder if he's going to throw a fireball at the machine.
See how his extra jumping ability works out.
Yeah, there's a half woman, half monkey over there spinning 8-bit songs in the dance studio.
Wait a minute. Why
Wait.
are we all here?
A half woman, half monkey. You know, if you check the archive footage for the Papa TV, you can see last year there was a tree that was staring at me while I was playing.
Oh, my God. You know, I was at home watching that, John, and I'm just saying in my head, oh, God, John, don't turn around. Don't turn around. Please, oh, God, don't turn around.
There's nothing that's more scary than a tree watching you play pinball. And I think Jason's going to be unhappy with that. It looks like he's going to void that entry. And a big reminder that the Replay FX Arcade and Gaming Festival will be happening July 30th through August 2nd, 2015. Get your hotels now. They are selling out fast.
So excited for this.
I'm so scared of this.
You guys look like you haven't gotten any sleep because of this.
Sleep when we're dead. Which will
We'll
probably
sleep on
happen right
August
about
4th.
that.
No, they start planning for the next one, August 4th.
Oh, no. We a week of sleep and
Oh,
then
okay.
planning.
So this is Wheel of Fortune, another not quite as common tournament game, but an excellent tournament game, I
It
believe.
is. It is.
Joe Janot from St. Augustine, Florida.
Joe also tried to escape, you know, I don't know if Joe's ever seen snow before, but Joe, well, welcome to Louisville, the snow capital.
Apparently, that storm that hit this area of Kentucky was the second biggest storm in history.
Second, wow.
So apparently that can't even keep us away from here. So
It's a little bit hard to see because it looks like we have some top-down lighting, but
Ooh.
Wheel of Fortune has probably one of the widest flipper distances in between the flippers in modern pinball.
There's
But
such a nice post in the middle there, John.
Right, it makes it, and a lot of people say it plays like an electromechanical because of that. I would disagree with that, but it's certainly unique.
I have never played an EM that fast, so
So, Keith, if you were walking up to Wheel of Fortune, and I really want to hear this, what tournament strategy would you use on this machine?
Toss up?
Okay. So toss up Oh.
That's my first strategy.
Oh wait, that was a joke.
If I miss the toss-up,
Okay, so we have Luigi stepping up to our
He's
Wheel of
getting
Fortune game now.
What is the
Always
toss-up?
wanted to say that.
toss-up is the skill shot, and it starts a hurry up on the
On the O ramp, doesn't
solve puzzle. It's kind of like the smart missile in Jurassic Park, just for your puzzle, though.
I wonder if those gloves help or hurt it.
Oh. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
The one of the things I find interesting about Wheel of Fortune, how very easy it is to lose the ball under the flipper on this game.
Ooh, look at that
I've
light
seen that
catch.
happen to
Luigi. Take a bow. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right.
It gets a nice ramp shot. If you hit all 5 of the bonus shots, you can start a bonus round.
So is the second drop target, is that a free spin?
The first target is
Oh.
drop target.
Second
First
one's-
target is free spin.
Big money.
And free spins are actually outlane ball saves. And there's 4 little rollovers on the outlane. And if you get those free spins, you can actually save it.
Oh, nice bounce back to the flipper.
And he wants to get that multi-ball shot on the scoop. Oh.
Man, it's really hard not to root for this guy.
Yeah.
He's practicing for the cosplay tournament.
Well, it's definitely a change from jumping on turtles.
All right. Bowser's throwing his axe. Let's see if he can make it underneath. He really wants to start that multi-ball.
Almost got it. That's a tough nudge to get it into that upper part of that lower area.
Sorry, Luigi. Your princess is in another castle.
No
It's a
one up.
valiant effort.
So what's going on high speed?
What's going on high speed?
We can't go to high speed.
We cannot go to high speed.
Nope.
Wow.
There shall be no high speed tonight.
Well, can we watch Douglas fix Firepower?
Doug is currently working on Firepower, and that seems like really great live television.
Some quick tech tips for your flippers go out.
So there's lots of familiar faces here. I see Angela Drobka, also known as Daisy Diesel. I see Brian Dye again. Andrew Rosa there.
Chris Baszler.
Chris
Basler.
Basler. I screw up that pronunciation, and I apologize for that. And here we are on Whirlwind. So this is a neat example of adapting. I was mentioning this earlier, but I don't know if I finished the thought. Right now, at this point in the tournament, you can't make the upper ramp.
You can. It's possible.
Yeah, if you reach through the glass.
I made one about an hour ago.
Shoot through the
And
pops.
when I was trying to play it.
Basically,
Was that your proudest moment?
Yeah, I think it is the highlight of the tournament for me.
That's,
Okay.
that's the bounty.
it's basically the Picard maneuvers that you got to do to get it in there.
So it needs momentum in order to
Yeah,
make it
I
around.
hit the upper loop and hit it around.
I was watching Chris Stevens play it earlier, and he had, I don't know if he was an early innovator of this technique or whether he was just copying off of somebody else's decisions, but he was actually just alley passing, shatzing from the left flipper to the right end lane and then pounding the door.
That's what I did.
Do you think he copied it? He learned it by watching you.
Nah, I was watching Daniele do it.
Everybody learns by watching.
Look at
somebody
that.
else do it.
Shot all the way
Ramp shot.
around.
Wow.
And a post save there. I don't know about you guys, but I love center posts. I really do.
I think they're awesome.
Except on Spider-Man.
I think they're awesome in Spider-Man too.
Especially with the rubber off of them.
Actually, I've always wanted to share this with you, Keith, but I learned something from you on a Spider-Man game many years ago.
Really?
The ball was coming down sort of the middle, but not perfectly, and you actually nudged the machine to make the post go into the ball. And this was this was a big aha moment. And I was like, wait, you can do that. This is cool.
Yeah. That's actually one of my favorite things, the center post without the rubber. You really have to earn that. So.
John, you had yours set up at home, at your house that way for a while, didn't you?
I'm not sure. I think the rubber's on it right now, but there's no outlane, so it's still mean.
Doesn't need them.
On your Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, on mine on the last tournament, we took an outlane post, the center post, and put lightning flippers on it.
And power
I think
balls?
that's a little bit of
Jeez.
butchering there.
Gosh, do you guys not like Spider-Man? I see people do this to it all the time. They're like, okay, we got to put lightning flippers on it.
I don't think lightning flippers are the answer for anything.
We rip off the upper flipper.
I think I learned that from you guys.
I mean, why not just replace the upper flipper with a 2-inch at that point?
Actually, there's a way to mod Doc Ock where it just shoots the ball out in the playfield, kind of like the party zone at Indisc. That would work. Just hook it up to a web slinger.
So earlier this evening, we actually finished up the Classics finals, and we'll go through the top four. And number 4 was Bob Skinner. Number 3, Robert Sutter. Number 2, Chris Basler. And Zach Sharp took the top position. So congratulations, Zach. Last year, he had a very rough defeat against some amateur.
I think his name was John.
I think his name was John. I think you're right.
Zach deserved it after his 6-hour flight delay.
Oh.
6-hour flight delay. That's a lot of dedication to play pinball. I like
There were
it.
some interesting travel delays because of the weather.
Oh,
Heard a few horror stories.
that was some really nice skill in the separation there. Oh boy, jailbreak.
Oh,
that works.
wow.
So, John, what would you do here with that upper flipper during multi-ball?
So I got in this position earlier, and I was like, "What do I do?" I sat there for
He's
about
found
a
the
minute.
bumper sweet spot there.
He's got 'em
I've
lit,
seen this
too.
a couple times.
I would do that. That's cool.
Why get it out? Just leave it.
No, it's cool. Let it happen.
No. There you go. Shoot a ball into it.
I believe this is Alex Harmon playing right now.
I don't think you're required to do that. I'd say let the magic
I would
happen.
just let it bounce.
Yeah, it did it for Angela earlier for like an hour.
My strategy was actually to go for the sweeping score on the drop targets.
Yeah, I was shooting drops as well.
Yeah, that and the cellar door.
Yeah, I mean, like in multi-ball, it's like, where are the points? Oh, I don't know. Let's just shoot for something. Something risky to get me back out of multi-ball.
He's got that 100K stand-up
He's
list.
still trying to find the sweet spot to hit that ramp. I think there is a sweet spot. I just think it's so fine of a spot that
That was one of the nasty situations where you have the ball cradled, and the only way to save that ball is if that ball wasn't cradled at that position, because that sling didn't fire.
Yeah, I watched Roy do this earlier. Just run this.
End of
sky
the road.
tolls.
Okay, so I guess here's another alternate strategy to that. You just go skyway tolls.
call this the Earth Shaker strategy.
I personally like the Earth Shaker strategy. I'm a big fan.
I have seen you execute it quite often, John.
I remember Zach Sharp and I got matched up on an Earthshaker factory at Cal Extreme one year.
Oh gosh.
He eventually forfeited, but it was like 70 million to 60 million. We'd been playing
Nothing
for like
but
2
ramps.
hours. This is done.
Eventually forfeited. He's just like, I don't want to shoot any more
It was
ramps.
Bowen used to run a poker side tournament there, and that's what it was for. So it was just for fun. So I think it was kind of an attrition.
You've
Let's see if we can do
invested
it
that
longer,
much
but
time
then-
into just for fun. Yeah. That's,
Yeah, we're just okay. This is getting boring.
Here we have more of this high quality bumper action. This is this.
I don't understand.
Hey, you
why
know,
he's
with,
wanting
with
to hit it
those
out.
with those jets flashing, that's some points up there,
It is.
actually.
John's new multi-ball strategy.
Chopping the wood, baby.
Oh.
Chopping the wood.
Got to ask Bowden if he has a term for that.
Finding the most boring thing to do on a pinball machine and repeatedly doing it.
I think that's insanity, right?
Oh.
So there's no ball save on Whirlwind. That was a very quick ball, too. A lot of people will elect not to go for the skill shot on a Whirlwind, and they will elect to plunge it to a flipper.
And then
Which
try to-
even that is tricky. You could hit that rubber on the right side or the left side, and it counts as a switch hit and starts the ball.
That's right. Any switch will get you out of safety.
Yeah, this is the pre-Kaylee days.
Yeah, I was trying to short plunge a little bit and get it on my flipper to do the sweep.
And that's a really great strategy as well, because if you hit all three of the drop targets, I think it's 500,000?
600?
600.
600. I'm sorry.
1 + 2 + 3, John.
John said nobody said nothing about math.
They just said I needed to talk.
Looks like Doug's done some more work there.
So, does anybody know where Alex is in the standings at this point? Is this a monumental and meaningful game for him?
He's in 16th.
So, yes, it could be. I mean, I wouldn't think he's in danger of falling out of qualifying at this point, but
Yep, it's these games here. These are the ones that push me down.
are you out now, Brian?
No, I'm still in 23rd
Well,
with my misspelled name. I should mention that to the scorekeepers at some point, huh?
yeah. I can't believe you misspelled your own name.
I didn't put it in the system, so
Yeah, what's funny is I'm just sitting here moving up.
Backhand going for the combo. Oh, that felt like a risky no flip to me, just because I thought it was just going to die.
oh.
Tried the chill maneuver.
So actually, that's one of the situations where having the center post was more of a detriment than not having any post there at all, because you could have saved that with a flip.
Yeah, I think the ball actually got redirected off that spinner.
And it looks like he improved his score by about 2 million points over his prior run on Whirlwind, so I don't know how much that'll affect his standings.
And let me see, who do we got up there now?
Some guy named Yorian.
Jorian Engelbrechtsen.
He's not from around here, is he?
He is the current IFPA world champion. After defeating some unnamed guy in Colorado this year.
Oh, out of sight.
That was a pleasure of a match to watch, though. I will say
That was incredible to watch, really.
I know that you have some frustrations in that match, but this is a good time to let it all out.
Ah! Out of sight. Why couldn't you have the right instruction card? My fault for not knowing the game.
Ooh.
So yeah, Yorian's doing the shat strategy.
Oh, that's so scary.
Why does Yorian even play it? Isn't he like second?
Maybe he has entries to burn off.
Ah, okay. These Euro guys just love to play.
Wow,
They do.
Attempted live shots.
The live shit.
I mean, what else we call it? Okay,
Nice.
there we go. Oh, he took a little bit off of that.
That's what he was doing on Star Trek.
Yeah.
That little
taking a little
slow down of the ball as it was coming to the flipper.
And when will we be televising Star Trek again?
Somebody's still timing out some modes in Star Trek. We don't need to watch
I
that.
think they're going to have somebody help them with that, though.
Oh, rumor has it.
Yeah.
I might have read something somewhere about that. Yeah,
I
gotta love social media, right?
That's right.
a lot of good players will do that strategy where they will take a little bit off the ball and then actually shoot it while the ball's in the air. So it's sort of a live shot, but it's a controlled live shot as opposed to one where you get a flipper hop.
Kind of a lob shot, yeah.
Gosh, this seems so dangerous. It's actually not as bad as it looks, but
I think this is more entertaining on high speed. I think it's a little riskier.
Shots the kickback lit. Yeah,
oh gosh, you can do that. I can't believe I just.
I think John just learned something here
No,
tonight, folks.
I forgot. You guys have just made me more dangerous tomorrow.
And in case you are just joining us, we are live from Louisville covering the last bit of qualifying here for the last Papa Circuit event before this coming Wednesday's finals at Papa headquarters.
And if I'm not incorrect, it is almost 11 o'clock, and they will be calling last game here in just a minute.
I believe last game will be called very shortly.
So we're going to
I'm
watch.
starting to like my chances here a little bit.
No, don't get confident. Confidence is the mind killer.
My chance for confidence was when I was at the machine, John.
Or was that fear? Oh, gosh.
Fear is the mind killer. You control the spice, you will control the universe.
They say the mind is the second thing to go.
They do. And as soon as I remember what the first one is, I will let you know.
I can't remember their names. All right. Anyways, we apologize for our punniness. So Yorian has switched gears at this point. He's actually going to go for the locks, and that's probably just because of the giant spinning discs in the middle of the playfield.
Yeah, you want to get those to stop as soon as possible. Whoever came up with that toy, I don't know, man.
No, I mean,
I
actually,
guess it goes back a long way.
If it was a hot day, I would try to keep them spinning longer because there's actually a fan on the top of Whirlwind that
I've done that on location, John. Just
blows air at you.
get lock lit, trap the ball. No, I've heard that some people have modded Whirlwind to put a high power fan on the top of the game.
No way.
Yeah, I've heard that that's out there somewhere in existence.
And I think Yorian's waiting for Douglas to fix firepower yet again.
So the spinning disc, what was the first game? Was that Fireball? Or
No, I think there were games way before that might have had a spinning disc.
Fireball's a really
Fireball's the one that
recognizable-
sticks in my memory, though.
I think Fireball might be considered the game with the most evil spinning disc.
Oh,
God. Yeah, these ones are pretty passive compared to Fireball.
oh wow.
I wonder if their passiveness is actually due to age, and maybe the sticker that had all the grippy stuff on it is starting to wear out a little bit.
That's true. It's like playing a Tron now. You play it now, you're like, hey, that's nothing. But I remember back in the day,
Right,
I
exactly.
would put
Did you
some
say
English
back
on
in the
it.
day talking about Tron?
Tron. When it first came out, the first time we played it at Papa, you shoot that disc, that ball was everywhere. Oh, it's coming towards the foot. Nope, it's going to the outlane.
So Yorian is contemplating ways of killing Doug. And now, okay. And now he's practicing.
Oh, my
He's
God.
actually doing a Papa tutorial video on how to post pass and alley pass.
This is actually a great flipper skill tutorial. I think Yorian's just practicing his
There he
strategy for
goes, another
finals.
cellar door.
yeah, that's six.
Actually, this sort of seems exactly what he's doing.
He's got 6 of those completed, so he's just got 1 more to go, it looks like.
And the mega door bonus on this game is very valuable. It's 2 million upfront points. You get also another 500,000 points. All your jets are lit. It lights a quick multi-ball. It lights an extra ball, which is pointless.
lit.
Pointless here, but
So here they are.
And there it is, mega door bonus.
Is Chris Stevens and Mark Steinman having a beard contest?
I think Mark's a little behind.
Yeah.
I think it's the beard off.
I miss the old Mark Steinman beard.
That was an impressive amount of hair.
It was.
And it looks like Chris is trying to learn something.
That's how I learn. Oh.
And that is it for Whirlwind, I assume. We are the Broadcasting Papa TV, and this is Papa is the Professional and Amateur Pinball Association under the Replay Foundation umbrella.
And here we are back at the awesome Lethal Weapon 3 pinball game.
Wow, that's hard to do
The
on
Big
this one.
Cheese playing.
It seems like a good night to give Lethal Weapon some love. And Chris is in multi-ball, so hopefully he doesn't just drop all the flippers to pull the gun.
But it's $1 million.
Yeah, Chris has got to make it into A. So,
Now, is he A restricted?
yep,
And is he out at this moment?
he's in 32nd at the moment.
I found out a few hours ago that I was A-restricted by 2 places.
Welcome to A. You should be A restricted, Brian.
Thank you, John. I feel I should as well.
Yeah, congratulations. Separation there. He's back in Elwyn.
Okay, and I think last call was called for all the games.
All right, so we'll be watching some Lethal Weapon here, and Chris is going to make it interesting for us.
Now, Keith, maybe you know, I noticed on this that when you use your kickback, it's not immediately, the light for to relight it isn't immediately lit. How do you re-qualify that?
By the loop.
All right, so just looping out will relight that light that you can shoot above the kickback lane there.
Yeah, I believe it gets harder and harder. I don't remember the
It only stays lit
specifics.
for a limited period of time.
The
I'm
loop-
sorry, it's not a kickback, it's a karate kick.
Karate kick. Rene Russo.
And there it is. What a violent way to get your ball back.
I still avoid shooting that because it's just a sucker shot to the right out lane.
And
Oh,
just like
Nice little bump.
that did not come back well. Oh, not. Oh. Chris makes a good try at it, but unfortunately that's not going to get it done for him. And we have a couple more games still running here. Mark, why don't we go ahead and close out and get the get whatever games we can. Looks like our choices are ACDC or more Whirlwind. Either one works. We will be starting coverage of the finals of the Louisville Arcade Expo tomorrow morning. And I assume we're going to pick up in the second round of the finals. Does that sound right, Mark? Okay. So second round of the finals. If I had to guess, I would say that's going to be sometime around noontime.
That sounds about right. We'll try to get some word out as fast as we can through the various social networks.
Hopefully I will not be broadcasting when that begins.
You'll be the one an hour late.
I'm going to secretly
my
change his
clock.
clock back in the middle of the night. Although, you know, everyone has a cell phone that'll auto-update, hopefully.
I was actually thinking hopefully I'd be playing, but okay.
Oh.
One other thing I wanted to share with you now that I finally got you on the air, Keith. My record versus you in competitive play is 0-30, I don't know, X.
Oh,
I'd like to change that.
you'd like to change that? All right.
Can you give me some good tips?
Besides the Spider-Man center post?
Yeah, I thought you gave him a good zinger there. It's
Yeah.
And looks like Chris.
Wants to practice some chats as well.
I'm wondering if Chris is actually doing this in direct response to Yorian doing this. Because Chris is well qualified at this point, and
Yeah. Basically, right now, these guys are practicing for finals tomorrow.
Chris is smiling because he knew he could have done better.
oh, and
That wasn't really nice.
that's pinball.
And that's going to bring us to the end of the qualifying session here. So in just a few minutes, I'm sure the finals standings will be available to players. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. So
If you're looking for those standings online, we can give you the URL real fast. It is www.neverdrains.com/LAX2015.
yeah, you can also get that off of.
And I believe we have a link right on Papa,
That's right.
papa.org.
So Brian Broyles, I'd like to thank you for joining us on Papa TV.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
And remember, where can we get more information about the Southern Fried Pinball?
You can go to southernfriedgameroom.com.
Oh, sounds good, man. And Keith, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And Brian, as always, a pleasure.
Always a pleasure, John.
Good night, everybody, and happy flipping.
Good night.